Hello, I am Vaibhav Bakale. Today we are going to discuss on the topic of proteins. The proteins. Proteins are the essential micromolecules composed of amino acids, and they play a diverse role in our body. So, so they can be classified based on various criteria such as structure, functions, and source. Classification of the proteins. Firstly, we talk about the base on a structure. So, base on a structure classified as the primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and the quaternary structure. So, the first is the primary structure. The primary structures, the sequence of the amino acid in a protein, and secondary structure in a secondary structure, local folding patterns like alpha helicase and beta sheets. Then the tertiary structures means the overall 3D shape of a protein. Then the quaternary structure in quaternary structure for proteins with multiple subunits. It's the arrangement of this subunit. Then the protein can be classified as the based on its functions. Means in functions by enzymes, structures, protein, transport proteins, hormone protein, antibodies. So first is the enzyme. Enzyme catalyze biochemical reaction. Then structural protein. Structural protein provides support and shape to the cells and the tissue. Example is the collagen. Then the proteins. The transport protein move molecules across membranes. Example the hemoglobin. Then the hormone protein regulate various physiological processes. Example, we can take an example of insulin. Then the antibodies is a part of the immune system. It defend against the pathogens. Then the receptor protein bind to the specific molecules to the transmit signals. Then the storage proteins store the essential molecules ferritin for iron storage. Then the proteins are based on the classified on the based on its source. So there are many source proteins, endogenous proteins. So the dietary proteins obtained from food sources like meat, beans, and the dairy product. Then endogenous protein synthesized within the body. Then the sources of the dietary proteins by the source in by meat, fish, and seafood. Then eggs, dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt. Then plant source, legumes, then nuts and the seeds, peanuts, almonds, and grains such as wheat, rice, then vegetables, etc. So the alternative sources are fungi, algae, and insects. Then the next part is the protein types by the biological functions. So first one is the fibrous protein. uh, Fibrous protein provide the structural support and the stability. Example include collagen in the skin and keratin in hairs and nails. Then the globular proteins typically have a spherical shape, are involved in the enzymatic and transport functions like hemoglobin. Then the enzymes act as a catalyst, speeding up chemical reactions in our body. Example, we can take an example, digestive enzymes like amylase and metabolic enzyme. So this is all about the proteins. Hope you all like my video. Thank you.